was in 1880. I get back a little bit before. History. Today it's about the Congo history. 1880. Rebel groups in the Congo. Not just M23. 120 rebel groups. And also
our souls. They tether our throats on the continent where they once tethered our throats with their chains. Their belief systems tether our brains. That's just a little bit of a poem I did on Pan-Africanism. And Kagame is betraying Pan-Africanism. He's betraying his fellow Africans. He's stealing from his Africans. For what? To give it to the Chinese to make microprocessors. To give some coltan to Obama to make bombs. To give some coltan away here, some uranium away there. And enrich a little country while stealing from his fellow Africans. That's a real shame. It's a real shame to be betraying Pan-Africanism. So Mr. Kagame, and those of you in the Rwanda house, I say that you need to remember that you are not friends with the American people. You are not friends with all these people you're giving Africa's resources away to for peanuts, so you can have your nice little clean roads and paint yourselves as the most developed country in Africa, blah, 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 blah. You're not developed if you're stealing from your neighbor.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to re-say a speech written by one of my sisters, Tatiana. It includes a lot of the stats and basically compresses a lot of the accusations towards Rwanda, the British government and any other government involved in this crime. Because what's happening in Congo is a crime. Yeah? Do not be mistaken. After the Holocaust, the United Nations created a new term. That term was called genocide, and defined it as any of the following actions committed with intent to destroy national, ethnic, racial, or religious groups. And this is the definition: killing members of the group, causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group, or forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. What's happening to our kids in Congo? Do you guys know what's happening to our kids in Congo? Like my brother said, fathers are being forced to rape their own children in front of the family. Families are being forced to watch their mothers being raped. I'm shaking, it's mad. There was a mother, she was raped in front of her children. I'm a mum, I could never imagine being raped in front of my child. And then everything she had to feed her child was taken away from her. So it's not that she was just deliberately raped in front of her kids. Anything she could do to feed and look after her children was taken away from her. So not only the pain of being humiliated, she's now incapable of feeding her child. This happening to one person is enough. For it to be happening to the country over 25 years. Come on, guys. Thank you so much for standing with us, but essentially I'm so angry. I don't really know what needs to happen next. But I know as I'm standing here, I lend a voice to the mothers, to the children, to the fathers who felt incapable, to the babies on their mother's back as their mothers are dead on the floor. That's who my voice is for today. Because as a mother, I cannot sit in my home and watch children die and not say anything about it. So enough is enough. Congo will be free. Rwanda, shame on you. Kagame, shame on you. Thank you.
From a man called Edmund Burke. And this man says this: the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. The greater the power, the more dangerous the abuse. This is a quote from the man called Edmund. We all have a responsibility as human beings not to accept other human beings abuse the power against others. If we have the power, it is our duty to help those who are weak, It is our duty to uplift those who are weak, not to oppress or suppress the weak. We are here because we understand that there are great evil happening in the world. We are here because we understand there is great evil happening in the east of Congo. And the main person that is being used as a tool to do this evil is Paul Kagame, the head of state of Rwanda. He is the tool that's been used in order to do atrocious and evil things. My sister that came before me, she could barely finish her statement because of the great pain that is being caused in the east of Congo. So we are the good people. We are the voice of justice, speaking out against great evil that is being caused by Kagame and his supporters. The same supporters that are supporting him today. I hope Kagame hears this. I hope Kagame watches this video, because this is a warning to him. The same people that are supporting him will be the same people that will pursue him and raise charges of crimes against him. So if he thinks he's safe, today he may be safe. Tomorrow he won't be. Because he will be pursued for the genocide being caused in the east of Congo. Someone will be the foreman. Kagame, you will be the foreman. I want to thank us all. We're going to remain here for a little while. Then afterwards, we're going to walk to the French embassy and also give them the same message, that we are here to stand against tyranny. We are here to stand against evil, because we are doing something, and we are standing against all evil.
Kagame, I only have 2 words for you. Be ready, because this time we're not playing. Be ready, this generation is not gonna leave, we're not gonna leave you alone. Thank you.
Our minerals, they're not Rwandans, they're Congolese. You should be ashamed of yourself. Stop the rape. Stop the rape of children in Congo. You should be ashamed of yourself. Take your people and go back to your Rwanda country. We don't need you in our country.
My name is Joseph, and today we're outside Rwanda. I'm Congolese. I was born in Congo, and we're here to speak against the genocide that's happening in the DRC, more specifically in the east of Congo. There are people dying, women who are being raped, kids that are being raped. That's boys and girls, kids who are being kidnapped from their homes, people being removed from their homes. So we're here to speak against the genocide that's being caused by Rwanda, that is backed by the President Paul Kagame. That's why we're here protesting outside the embassy, to say that this genocide, these deaths and killing must stop. We're here to stand against injustice that is happening in the east of Congo. The conflict in itself, you have to go back almost 30 years to really get the grips of the conflict. But we're talking more so about the most recent time. The most recent time, what's been happening is that the group that is called the M23, which we understand is not a rebel group. It is a group, a militant group that is backed by the Rwandan government. And the purpose of this group is to relocate people from the homes, the land, in order for them to exploit the minerals, the natural resources. And that's really the main summary of why the conflict is happening. The Congolese have not acted aggressively towards the Rwandan people. In fact, we were amongst the hospitable neighbors that welcomed them when they had their own genocide between ethnic minorities. Because of that, a lot of Rwandans who live in the east of Congo have turned against the Congolese and mutilate other Congolese in order to take over the land. Now, this is being backed by the Western world. The Western world are backing Paul Kagame. Clubs like Arsenal, or sponsor Rwanda by having Visit Rwanda on the shirt. Europeans are promoting Rwanda as a country in order for them to be able to buy the natural resources that Rwanda illegally obtained in the east of Congo. We want the UK to speak against Rwanda. The fact that the UK government has been quiet for all these years and people are dying. We hear about all the other places where people are dying. The media covers what's happening, but in the east of Congo, it's almost unheard of. It's not on mainstream media. The reason for that, we believe, is because the UK government does not want it to be part of mainstream media. The Prime Minister does not want to make it part of mainstream media. It's not happening in question time. In Parliament, it's not being spoken about. So people are unaware. We want everyone to spread the word, to make everyone aware of what's happening, and to keep an eye on social media for any further event. We want as many people that can join us in this fight to stand for the Congolese people, to stand for people that cannot stand for themselves. So we are here fighting for them. We want to raise awareness, and we want as many people as possible to be aware of what's happening in the east of Congo.